This is NBA TV's NBA Action. This week we'll preview the Western Conference with Kobe and the new Lakers, Kevin Garnett trying to bring Minnesota the ultimate prize, and Dirk Nowitzki leading a revamped roster in Dallas. Plus, we'll look back at the Detroit Pistons' drive to the championship and bring you the top 10 plays from last season.
How about that pass between the legs? Robert Ory finishes well.
Get out! He's unstoppable! You cannot believe what we just saw!
Tear up that rim, young fella. Sensational!
Ooh, I'm shaking in my chair!
We tip off the season with a preview of the Western Conference, beginning in the Pacific Division with the Lakers. After losing in last year's finals, the Lakers brought a new cast of characters to Hollywood. They traded Shaquille O'Neal to Miami for 3 players who will give LA's roster a very different look.
I'd like to introduce the 3 newest Los Angeles Lakers: Lamar Odom, Caron Butler, and Brian Grant.
It's now up to superstar Kobe Bryant to run the show, but he'll have help from a supporting cast that features multi-talented forward Lamar Odom.
Odom up against Murphy. Keeps it on the ground. Now on a crossover down to the baseline. The 10-foot runners rolls and drops.
It really has an incredible amount of potential. He's extremely versatile. His ability to handle the ball at that size, shoot the ball, read defenses.
Along with Odom's versatility, the Lakers also added scoring and quickness with third-year forward Caron Butler, plus the defense and rebounding of veteran Brian Grant. And blending these ingredients is new coach Rudy Tomjanovich, who won 2 NBA titles in Houston.
I'm going to work real hard to make us a smarter team so we know who we are. How do the Lakers win? You know, we've got to get our own identity because it is a new team.
The Sacramento Kings will look to make another run at the crown with a healthy Chris Webber, who missed most of last season due to a knee injury.
I'm really interested in watching Chris play. He's still one of the most gifted big guys in the league, and if he can get back his mobility and get back some of the jumping, we have a chance to be a very good team.
Peja Stojakovic is coming off a tremendous season in which he finished second in the league in scoring, averaging 24 points a game.
He's a young guy who's gotten better every year he's played this league, and there is no doubt he's the best shooter in this league. I think he's probably going to come back and probably be a much better player than he was last year. So, the future for him is so bright, and he's crucial for our success.
Sacramento will also be relying on the steady leadership of point guard Mike Bibby and the all-around play of all-star center Brad Miller as the Kings try to break through to the finals.
I think we have a chance to be pretty good, but they're going to have to work really hard at coming together and finding out what our identity is as a team.
In Phoenix, the Suns have added one of the league's premier point guards, Steve Nash.
Out front, Nash driving on Parker in the lane. Gets a pass off to Stoudemire, slam, dunk.
We have a really young group, and a lot of these guys are, kind of just starting out or just getting to know who they are and what type of player they are. So, if I can help them develop and help them understand what it takes to win games in this league.
Phoenix also acquired high-scoring guard Quentin Richardson, and the outlook is bright in the Valley of the Sun.
We have the talent, we have possibilities, and right now they are our only possibilities, but it should be an exciting season for us.
Derek Fisher becomes the new floor leader for the Golden State Warriors after winning 3 championship rings with the Lakers.
Hopefully I can bring a lot of the things that I brought to just about every team I played on, just a guy that understands how to play the game, championship experience and know-how in terms of approach to the game.
Golden State also added front court muscle by acquiring forward Dale Davis.
Rebound, Dale Davis in traffic, puts it up in, and he's fouled.
And the Warriors will start fresh under a new coach.
I'd really like to have a team that's exciting to watch. I mean, if we go out and do things we're capable, people are excited about how we're playing, the effort we put in, then I'll live with the results.
The Los Angeles Clippers made some moves of their own in the offseason, signing former Nets shooting guard Kerry Kittles.
Kerry is, veteran players, played in 2 NBA finals now. All those
abilities that he brings to our club is going to be very positive for us.
The team's top draft pick is guard Sean Livingston.
Sean is a guy that we truly believe in his talent. We think over the next 2 years he's going to be a terrific player in this league. He has great size, he's 6'7", he has great vision of the court and has a great ability to make plays.
And team leader Elton Brand is setting high goals for this season.
I think we can definitely get to the playoffs. And once we get there, who knows? I know a lot of people are not expecting us to do that well, but I think we'll be all right.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now we take you back into the action for our preview of the new Northwest Division, starting with the Denver Nuggets.
How good does this feel? Denver Nuggets, playoff bound in 2004.
As a rookie, Carmelo Anthony helped make the Nuggets the NBA's biggest surprise. But this season, no one will be taking them lightly.
Now we got to talk on our back. Everybody want to beat the Denver Nuggets now.
To help them become a top team in the West, the Nuggets acquired all-star forward Kenyon Martin, who made 2 trips to the finals with the New Jersey Nets.
They have an excellent chance, man. They're wide open. This team made it to the playoffs. They had an excellent team last year. And I feel what I bring to the table can only help.
I'm excited. He plays hard. He plays aggressive. He's a guy who gives our team an identity. I think our goals are much more higher than just winning in the first round. So, he's either championship or bust.
Kevin Garnett. Garnett blocks it away. Is there another level to which Kevin Garnett can climb?
Last year, Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell clicked instantly in Minnesota with Kevin Garnett, who was named the league's MVP.
People tend to think that how I do things sometimes is kind of strange, but those two relate. So I guess that's why the 3 of us always coincide.
The Big Three led the Timberwolves past the first round for the first time ever. They made it to the conference finals, and now their sights are set even higher.
Last year was the first time that we've really ever been favored to advance, and to our credit, we went ahead and did that. Every year you have different pressures. This year our pressure now is the opportunity to try to win a championship.
Portland has never known an early spring where the playoffs were not involved. I think that's starting to set in here.
We're just trying to get back to the playoffs. We've gotten off to bad starts, last couple of years, dug ourselves a hole, and a couple years ago we got ourselves out of that hole and made the playoffs, but last year we couldn't do it.
Portland missed the postseason for the first time in 21 years, but there was a bright spot in Zach Randolph, the league's most improved player.
Randolph from outside. Oh, Zach Randolph is feeling it.
Over to Randolph, right elbow, guarded by Murphy. Jab step, rainbow on the way, good.
Now the Trailblazers will try to return to their status as contenders, and they're pulling together as one to achieve their common goal.
I think our team is a little bit more solidified. I think that's what it's going to take for us to all be one team, one unit, for us to get off to a good start and carry us on through.
In Utah, Andre Kirilenko emerged as an all-star.
Kirilenko again.
But the Jazz also ended a long string of playoff appearances. Now they've changed their uniforms and the roster as well to try and contend in the West.
This year, having a little bit more pressure is going to be interesting to see how we respond to that, and that's my biggest concern. I think the most important thing is for them to come and play hard every day.
The Jazz signed versatile big man Mehmet Okur, who helped Detroit win the championship last season.
Okur, he'll power right to left, go to the hoop, put it up, good if it goes. It's gone, count it. He's fouled, beautiful move.
The biggest move was adding Olympian Carlos Boozer, who fills the void at power forward left by Karl Malone.
Brought away jumper by Boozer, good.
Hopefully we can get over that hump and get back into the playoffs that Utah Jazz fans and the organization is used to being in every year.
Seattle comes off a disappointing season, but there is a ray of hope in 4-time All-Star Ray Allen, one of the league's best shooting guards and the leader of the Sonics.
Double pump, fadeaway jumper, got it! Ray Allen with a sensational move on the baseline.
He certainly has to have his all-star season for us to make it back to the playoffs. We definitely want his 24 points per night, but I also talked about him working and committing to the defensive end of the floor.
The Sonics will need major contributions from young players like Flip Murray and Vladimir Radmanovic if they are to be successful this season.
Each and every guy has more experience, and hopefully we're all getting better.
And if you're looking that way, we should be better than last year.
You're watching NBA TV's NBA Action. Time now to get back into the action with our preview of the Southwest Division, starting with the San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs will be one of the favorites in the division as they try to erase the memory of last year's playoff heartbreak against the Lakers.
They get it to Fisher. He scores! Eric Fisher scores at the buzzer!
I think you learn from that more than anything. I think the guys that have been through it use it as a learning experience, and hopefully we'll never be in that situation again, but if we are, we know how to deal with it a little better.
Parker with a teardrop and answers that zone.
We have to take our title back. You know, we lost it again last year, and so I think we got a lot of stuff to prove this year. We did a great addition like Barry, and I think we got a good team this year. We kept a lot of our players together. We're really building a core, and we add some very good talent, and I think it's a great mixture.
McGrady again, stops, hesitates, goes to Yao, back to McGrady, dives it inside, turns, stuffs it home with a left hand.
A lot of Rockets fans want to know how those two are going to play together.
Teaming up with Yao Ming on the Houston Rockets is all-star Tracy McGrady, acquired in a trade with Orlando.
It's been a great offseason, man. And hated leaving home, but you got to do what you got to do. And this is the third NBA team. I think third time is the charm, and we'll see what happens.
We lost 3 great guys, with Steve and Tatino, and also with Cato, and you bring in a superstar himself like Tracy McGrady. Now it's a matter of him assuming the leadership position as far as trying to take this team to a championship.
Now man looking to go one-on-one O'Neal. Backs it in, turns, jump hook, then footer, bingo!
It's like another rookie season. A lot of changes, just like a brand new team, But I think we were getting better. I cannot waiting for the season start.
Another Texas team making changes is the Dallas Mavericks. They lost point guard Steve Nash, but added some new faces, including a much-needed big man.
I think we have a couple more options now. We finally have a center with Eric Dampier. We really never had a center here in Dallas over the last couple of years when I was here. I think Jason Terry is a known point guard who can score from that position. We got Jerry Stackhouse off the bench who can score on anyone and can get it going on a nightly basis. So it'll be a fun year, I think.
So it's a 10-point game. Here's Finley with the step.
With Steve leaving, that tag as having a big 3 has left us as well. So now it can be more of a big team. We can just look at it in that aspect of it, and hopefully everybody can have one of their better years, and it can be enough for us to win.
As part of the NBA's realignment, the New Orleans Hornets are moving to the West, and they know their road to success will be filled with obstacles.
The Western Conference is a very tough conference. I mean, night in, night out, it's going to be tough battles against very good teams, and we're going to have our hard hats on, every night. But I think, hey, you get into the playoffs, you be one of those top 8 teams at the end of the season. It's anybody's chance to win it all, so that's what we're shooting for.
Wesley pops to the top of the key, drives on McGrady.
Everybody talks about the West as opposed to the East. The West tends to be a little more wide open. I'm looking forward to it. 11 seasons playing in the East. My first season playing in the West. It's always a positive outlook for me.
The Memphis Grizzlies are also thinking positive after the best season in franchise history, which included their first ever trip to the playoffs.
What a night in Memphis, Tennessee, as the Grizzlies win their 50th game. A remarkable season.
Last year was a great season for us, but we also had slip-ups, and youth is not the excuse anymore because we've all been there now, and we're the same team. We just got to build on what we did last year and take that step forward in the playoffs.
It's easy to be flesh in a pan. What we need is a solid back-to-back. But the main thing is to get into the playoffs and hopefully into the second round of the playoffs. That's what you want to do. You want to make another major step.
Next, Rocket star Yao Ming comes home for the NBA China Games in this edition of I Love This Game. Yao returned to his hometown of Shanghai, along with NBA Commissioner David Stern, as the league held its first games ever in China. They were greeted by the Communist Party Secretary of Shanghai.
Secretary Chen, on behalf of the Houston Rockets, the Sacramento Kings, and the National Basketball Association, I wish to thank you for the extraordinary hospitality that's been shown to us by everybody in Shanghai.
Next was a trip to Yao's old elementary school, where the commissioner read to students as part of the Read to Achieve program.
Yes, says Piglet, I think it looks very much like a puppy woozy. Woozle, I'm sorry, thank you for correcting me.
The main event was Yao and the Rockets taking on the Kings in the first of their 2 preseason games in China.
To set a court for a pregame ceremony to honor this historic occasion.
回家跟原来不一样，就是这次不能休息，这次要工作。另外时间比较短了。
Yao got a warm welcome from his hometown fans, and he didn't disappoint them, putting on a show in Shanghai, displaying the skills that have made him an NBA star.
McGrady, alley-oop. Soft hands from Yao Ming. And denied by Yao. Nice feed from McGrady. Yao Ming now with 16 points.
What was the best part of this evening for you?
Play at home. And I'm very happy for my fans in Shanghai.
We're back with more of NBA TV's NBA action.
It's time to go to work.
Now we take you inside the Detroit Pistons' drive to glory with a look back at their championship season in secret NBA. In June of 2003, the Detroit Pistons turned to a new head coach, Hall of Famer Larry Brown.
I promise you this, every time we step out on the court, we'll represent this franchise the way it's supposed to be represented. You'll never be embarrassed by our effort. We may not play great every night, but we'll try to do it the right way.
Brown inherited a team that had reached the Eastern Conference Finals, and now he would try to take them to the top.
I'm hopeful that we can compete for an NBA championship, not just this year, but long range. You know, we have young, talented kids here, and I'm just hopeful, like I said, I can help them get better and build on that.
The nucleus included high-scoring Richard Hamilton, second-year forward Tayshaun Prince, steady point guard Chauncey Billups, and 2-time Defensive Player of the Year Ben Wallace. Under Brown, the Pistons raced off to a strong start, winning a franchise-best 13 straight games.
Over down the lane, flips it up, off the high glass, and he hit it.
Then gets it left of the lane, turns on Eldon Campbell, nice cut inside by Anderson, shot rejected by Ben, saved by Lindsay, ahead to Rip, behind him to Ben for the jam!
Even though the team was winning, they still looked to improve, acquiring all-star forward Rasheed Wallace just before the trading deadline.
I think everybody that's ever coached him, any player that's ever played with him, will tell you he's one of the great teammates they've ever had, and I think he's one of the best players in our league.
You know, they're already a good ball club, even without me. The record proves itself, and it's been proving itself over the last few years. So, you know, I'm just glad to be here, play with a great group of guys.
Rasheed's talent at both ends of the floor fit right in with the Pistons' team concept, and he helped their defense become the stingiest in the East.
Jason Terry, 2-time by Rasheed and Chauncey. They tear it away, dish it to Rip for the jam.
After winning 20 of their last 24 games, the Pistons were ready to carry their momentum right into the 2004 playoffs.
Hey, man. We grow up tonight, baby. We grow up tonight.
Chauncey goes inside, gets Ben a dunk, passed up, and open Jay to get a surefire stuff.
After defeating Milwaukee in the first round, the Pistons had a score to settle against their nemesis from a year ago, the New Jersey Nets.
Right corners to Tayshaun. He'll long gone and get it.
After being swept by New Jersey in the 2003 playoffs, the Pistons stopped the Nets in their tracks and battled their way to a victory in a grueling 7-game series.
Back to Tayshaun inside for the southpaw slam. The throwdown.
Up next were the top-seeded Indiana Pacers, but once again, the Pistons' trademark defense and teamwork proved to be too much, and Detroit took home the Eastern Conference Championship.
That's the only way we're capable of winning was when we play as a team. You know, when we're helping each other on the defensive end and we're sharing the ball offensively, that's what makes this team go.
Heading into the NBA Finals, the Pistons were heavy underdogs against the star-studded Lakers. But they quickly seized control of the series by winning Game 1 in Los Angeles. And Detroit would never let up as they went on to dominate the former champs and stun the entire basketball world.
Pistons to Rasheed, left corner lob inside to Ben for the jam.
Winning in 5 games, Detroit captured its first NBA title since 1990 and the third in franchise history.
They're going to win the middle 3 games, something that no team has done at home since they went back to a 2-3-2 format in '85.
The underdog Detroit Pistons have scratched and clawed.
The Detroit Pistons have just shocked the Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now let's check out the top 10 plays of last season in our NBA TV countdown. Starting at number 10, the Spurs' Manu Ginobili threads the needle to a cutting Robert Horry.
How about that pass between the legs? Robert Horry finishes well. That was a croquet pass.
At number 9, rookie phenom LeBron James does it on defense and then finishes what he started.
LeBron James open floor all the way to the rack. You gotta see it to believe it. That was scintillating.
At 8 in the playoffs, Tayshaun Prince flies into action and saves the day for the Pistons.
Reggie Miller! And it's blocked again! Oh! What a block!
How did Prince get there?
What a block!
Number 7 was a clash of the Titans in the paint, won by Chris Bosh of the Toronto Raptors.
Bosh, powerbomb! That was sick! Wicked! Nasty!
At 6, Chauncey Billups goes deep, sending Game 5 against the Nets into overtime.
Here's Chauncey Billups. Here it is! He's got it! He's got it!
At 5, the Nets get their rim rocked on the fast break slam by the Grizzlies' Stromile Swift.
Well, Stromile Swift! Stop that right now!
At number 4, Miami's Dwayne Wade is able to leap tall Wizards in a single bound.
Oh, what a play! Oh, my God! He jumped right out of the building! He's Superman!
At number 3 is Tim Duncan's shot in the final seconds that appeared to win Game 5 for the Spurs.
Jack all over him. He gets away, a fadeaway. He makes it with 4/10 left. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow.
At number 2, the Hornets' Baron Davis drives the lane and hammers one down against the Indiana Pacers.
Here's Davis. Oh, boy!
Yes, your family. That's on your family.
Oh, Jermaine O'Neal.
And the top play of last season, right after Tim Duncan's shot, came this one by Derek Fisher.
Here they go. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher scores at the buzzer. It's out of his hands.
Wow, it's good.
Just an unbelievable game.
That's our show for this week. I'm Spiro Dinas for NBA TV's NBA Action. See you next week.